Hello, everyone. I would like to introduce HANAA ABDEL-MAGUID. HANAA is a passionate pharmaceutical manager professional with more than 24 years of extensive experience in the pharmaceutical sales and marketing, corporate management, research and development, innovation, project management, and managing startups, as well as being assigned as a project fellow in Shaping the Future of Health and Healthcare Initiative World Economic Forum. She has worked in multinational and Egyptian pharmaceutical companies with exposure to a diverse experience in establishing new businesses and motivating cross-functional teams to consistently achieve action plans. Completed the Doctorate of Business Administration and Master of Quality Management with distinction. She is currently appointed as the Managing Director of EEPI Medical Devices Site, CEO of NX Labs, and PBIC Site Director, as well as being a part-time instructor teaching master's students in the Productivity and Quality Institution, Arab Academy for Science and Technology, PQI AAST, and undergraduate students in Alamian International University, AIU. She has several courses available on research methodology, contemporary management and future shaping, strategic management, critical thinking, decision-making and problem solving, project management foundations, performance management foundations, professional soft skill training courses, including communication foundations, teamwork foundations, and good clinical practices. So now I will allow her to present her success story. So please listen to her. She is an inspirational person to listen to. So thank you very much, HANAA, being with us. And so I will share her success story with you.
Enjoyed being part of this very interesting workshop, and I thank you for inviting me to be part of this. I would like to share my own experience because first I would like to thank Dr. Hanan and Dr. Iham for their great presentations. I share a lot with what they said. I agree totally with what they mentioned, and I would like to add the professional application of what they mentioned, being a pharmaceutical industry professional. I was graduated for Faculty of Pharmacy, Alexandria University in the year 2000. And since I started my journey, it was continuous challenges that actually I find as opportunities to learn and make mistakes and evolve to the person who I am today. First, I would like to say, being a graduate of pharmacy, industrial pharmacy or pharmacy in general, there was a gap in the education, a big gap, because the education in Egypt and the curriculum for STEM in general focuses on the technical skills, but ignores mostly any soft skills or managerial skills or leadership skills or thinking skills or teaching undergraduates how to think and how to learn. And I felt this actually when I submitted for my MBA in 2004. I felt like after I finished my MBA, my view was like this tunnel view. And then after MBA, it expanded to include many other things that I never heard of or I didn't know about, like management, HR, finance, accounting, investment, economics, many things. But I think it's a very big gap that we need to address for the undergraduates to develop their skill of critical thinking, of how to learn. It's more important to to teach the students how to learn and how to approach learning and how to think critically, rather than or only teaching them the vocational or technical curriculum. And so this is my first recommendations, and that's how I benefited from it. After that, actually in the first beginning of my career after I graduated, it was thanks to my father who passed away, may his soul rest in peace, who encouraged me actually to pursue the career that led to me now, because it was in sales. And I remember many of my friends who were girls as well, they were discouraged to go to this career because you are a girl, you should be protected, you shouldn't go outside and go to places you don't know and talk to people you don't know. On the contrary, my father encouraged me and told me to go, even if it was a challenge unknown, and that's how he built my character. So I need to focus on the second point that both Dr. Hanan and Dr. Rihan mentioned, which is the personality and the character. I believe it's not a matter of a woman or a man. It's a matter of personality building and character building, and how the girl from its uprising and until it's all their levels of education, from primary to secondary to college, to learn how to be resilient, how to be adaptable, how to be flexible, how to think, how to critically think, how to learn, how to search, to be actively searching for learning opportunities, how to be ready for whatever opportunities that come to her. So this is very important. And as Rihan mentioned, actually when we make interviews, we focus on the personality and the attitude. If she is a female candidate, but she has the right personality, the right attitude, the right fight for what she wants, we don't care about being a female or not female, because even some males have bad personalities and they are not as strong as females. Another very important point that Dr. Hanan mentioned that I actually applied in, I will give you the full example of PBIC, is to be understanding as leadership, and to give the people the sense that we understand you and we support you, so that they can give you their full loyalty and support. When I was assigned as PBIC FARCO B, International for Chemicals site director, actually the site was males only for 3 years. And due to the trust of the ownership, Dr. Shireen Helmi and Dr. Yasin Helmi, they assigned me like the site director of the site. And I was in the beginning a site director of a site which was 150 males. So when I started this challenge, I didn't take it as something problematic, but I noticed that being an all-male environment can be somewhat chaotic. Females provide order and discipline and detail-oriented and even aesthetic, a good sign of beautiful arrangement into the place. So what I did, I started injecting females into the place, and actually they turned around the place into another thing. And 3 examples I'll give regarding this support that is needed. For example, the first lady I got as a manager, the site was in Burj Al Arab, which is considered like another city, away, very far away from Alexandria. And most of the people are living in Alexandria. So after like 2 years, she told me that she's tired of going every day to work, and it's very tiring for her. So I was very understanding, and I told her, and I created actually the policy of working from home to my area of control. And I offered her to work like 2 days working from home. And surprisingly, in these 2 days, she provided more input because she didn't have to spend 2 hours going to work and 2 hours returning from work. And she had the opportunity to focus and do whatever is needed as desktop work. And her outcome and her productivity increased. And she was very, very appreciative, and she wanted to give her best, because as a leader she felt that I'm feeling for her and I'm giving her an opportunity to be flexible. Another example is when I started injecting girls into the site, I know that some of them got engaged, some of them got engaged from the site, actually. And I encourage this because it's a normal cycle of life. Very few of them left because they got married, but the others requested, for example, like a sabbatical non-paid for 3 months, and I approved that, which was first time in the industry. And they took it and then returned back more motivated and gave more, and they were very appreciative of this understanding. But these are actually real life examples of how being flexible and understanding for their circumstances as women can give you back a reward of more productivity and more loyalty and more ownership of the place. Another thing that I think it's very, very important for girls to read, to learn, because we are actually entered the 5th industrial revolution, which is contrary to what people think that robots will replace human. No, the actual essence of the 5th industrial revolution is that it will be an integration between human and robots. And robots will replace only the mundane tasks that does not need the mental capability of humans. That's why we need to focus, as most of you have said, that we build this capability into women. I believe it's a great opportunity for them to thrive through, as Dr. Iham amazingly detailed, all the soft skills that is needed. Active learning, I focus on active learning because I always say, if you have a laptop and charger and internet, you can learn anything. Because now you have the opportunity to learn free content all over the place. Even Google are giving now certificates for teaching digital content for free. So there is no excuse for those who want to learn so that they can develop more. Also, they need to learn how to critically think, not just to blindly believe anything that is told to them, so that they can have the right mindset to navigate all the challenges that we are going through these days. Also, they need to learn how to make complex problem solving, troubleshooting, entrepreneurship, and they have to have business acumen. Now, MBA, I think, became a mundane study for people, not just, first thing they ask any candidate, do you have an MBA? It's like the graduate school now. So that you have the business acumen, because women also have the chance, and I think for the challenge that was mentioned for rural areas, they have more chance to have the very small businesses and to be entrepreneurship in very small businesses that can thrive afterwards, and to be a business owner and to recruit further women into their production line or whatever. Also, there is, because of COVID-19, for me, COVID-19 was a great opportunity. First, for the earth, it had the chance to breathe after all this industrial pollution that happened. And for us all to have this work from home and remote learning and remote training as a normal daily activity now that we didn't have the chance to get used to before COVID-19. So I think it gives a great chance for women who have this problem that was mentioned many times of work-life balance, and how at this stage of their life they have to care for their family and their children and all that stuff. We already have the chance to be a freelancer, to be on a project-based task, on working from home. It's amazing now how there are many chances to work from home, and how to deliver projects while you're sitting with your children at home, not worrying about them. This is a very big field that is evolving rapidly now. And I think even in the laboratory work and that stuff, you can engage in work from home tasks based on this cameras and virtual meetings. Even in the surgeons and the operating rooms now, they can learn how to make operations. And also in the 5th industrial revolution, it provides a great opportunity for simulation training, because it's amazing how you can learn via simulation to avoid the risks of safety concerns on that stuff for the pilots, for the firefighters, for the operations, for the medical staff, for everyone. But I think if women have the right mindset, the right personality, if they learn how to have the right resilience and agility and adaptability to the continuously changing circumstances that will it will increase by time, and it will continue to be very fast in pace. I always say that we live in a VUCA world, volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous circumstances that will keep this way. And that's why in the end of my talk, I would like to say that I feel it's a great responsibility and obligation for people like me to act as role models and mentors and transfer their experience and learning ability to young girls. I actually did that via working with the Productivity and Quality Institute as a mentor and instructor for management and future shaping. And in my career as corporate policy director for Farco Corporation, I actually make like voluntarily soft skills sunrise sessions. I call it sunrise sessions every Monday. I canceled it today to come here. Every Monday, 9 o'clock, I give them, because I noticed, unfortunately, the management positions in Egyptian companies come by inertia and by seniority. But actually, there has to be competencies and certain training curriculums and certain achievements, either qualitative or quantitative, for anyone who wants to be promoted to a manager, because he has a responsibility to manage his people. I found a very, very big gap in this. So I decided to fill in this gap in the way I can by providing trainings for soft skills. I actually recorded by Zoom, because I asked the people who attend these Zoom sessions to propagate these sessions to their subordinates and the employees. It includes critical thinking, effective listening, communication foundation, teamwork foundation, problem solving, argumentation, negotiation skills. All this because LinkedIn Learning provided some learning paths, which was for free, and I got this chance to give this soft skills learning path. There is another learning path which is for free, which is entrepreneurship, to teach people how to be entrepreneurs. And there is another learning path which is very important, which is the project management, because actually you have on your computer a free software for project management and Gantt charts and being a project manager, because the companies now are turning into the teams organization rather than the hierarchical organization, and it depends on project-based tasks. So you have to learn how to be managing this project in the most efficient way with your team. I hope I gave a glimpse of what I wanted to say, and I'm ready to participate in whatever role you need.